Our church is filled with saints. We have the images of many saints around us in our stained glass windows, in the Stations of the Cross. We have a series of different statues of saints around the church. But we aren't just filled with sort of reproduction or images of saints. I'm standing looking at saints. All of you are saints. A saint is someone who is on that journey to heaven. And then a saint is the one who reaches heaven. Through baptism, each and every one of us becomes saints. The first reading today from the book of Apocalypse talks about 144,000 who are called, a huge number. I think it's a bigger number than anyone ever heard of, who are there in paradise. And that they were dressed in a white robe. When each of us are baptised, some of us might remember our baptisms, but we probably remember other people's baptisms better than we remember our own. And I'm sure some of the reconciliation candidates probably can't remember their baptism, but they've probably seen other children's baptisms. When a child or a person's baptised, they are dressed in a white robe because of this first reading today, because it's the garment of the saint. It's almost a bit like putting on a football jersey to know whose team are you on. We're on the team of the saints. We might be on the team of the Sharks, we might be on the team of the Bulldogs, we might be on the team of all sorts of different things. But as Christians, we're on the team of the saints. And we dressed in that white robe when we're baptised. In all the other sacraments, we wear white as well. At First Holy Communion, little girls often wear little white dresses, not because it's a nice fashionable outfit to wear or it's easy to keep clean. No, we wear white because it's a reminder that we are saints. At First Holy Communion, little boys often wear a white shirt as a reminder that they're saints. They're called to be saints. Confirmation, we wear white. Brides wear white at weddings. Every time I celebrate Mass, I wear a white garment. I put sometimes a different colour over the top to reflect the different seasons or the time that we're celebrating. But every time I come to Mass, I wear a white garment. This one underneath, you can probably see. When someone serves at Mass, they're reminded to be saints as well. They wear the white garment as well. Over here, we have Michael, or maybe it's Saint Michael. We're called to be saints. So when I look out, I see not just people, I see people who are meant to be saints. This is who we are. And today we celebrate all the saints. The church has canonised about 4,000 saints in the last 2,000 years, where the church says these people are in heaven and these people are great models for us. But the number in heaven is much greater than 4,000, I'm absolutely sure. All of our relatives who've lived holy, good lives, they are saints. Our husbands and wives, our grandparents, those who've died, who are in heaven, they're saints. And today we celebrate them. What a great thing. In some parts of the world, and I'm sure it might have happened in some places here, even around the Shire yesterday, it was Halloween. And Halloween, in some places, has become this celebration of all things that are dark and sometimes a little bit sort of witchcraft and other sort of things like that. Sort of devils and sort of sometimes nastiness, scariness. Sometimes the lives of the saints can be scary as well. But they're scary sometimes because they live heroic lives. And as Christians, we're called to not make our focus on things that aren't of God, but of things that are of God. And today we get this great teaching of Jesus of the Beatitudes, where Jesus goes up the mountain, a bit like Moses in the Old Testament. He sits down and he gives this great teaching. He doesn't give commandments, he gives a way of happiness. And that's what we're called to be. We're on the path of happiness. The path of the saint is a path of happiness. However, the path of being happy sometimes requires us to do a few things. So what version of saint do we want to be? And the Beatitudes gives us lots of different paths. We have the peacemakers. We have those who are merciful. We have those who are the children of God. We have those who are poor of spirit, those who stand up for justice. We're called to be saints, each and every one of us. In a short period of time, I'm going to invite our reconciliation candidates to join me up the front to share with us some ideas about saints. Which saint inspires you? I have a number of saints who've inspired me and continue to inspire me in my life. I like to talk about saints almost every single day because I find I feel closer to God when I'm thinking about the saints. They inspire me to be a better person. I love St. Peter. I love St. Augustine. I love St. Maximilian Kolbe. I love St. Mary of the Cross MacKillop, Australia's first saint. I love St. Therese of Lisieux. That's just 5 from me, but there are many more as well. Which saints inspire you? Today we celebrate all of the saints, those who are canonised, those who are not canonised but are in heaven. All of us need a few saints who pray for us, who intercede for us, who are modelled for us. I now invite our reconciliation candidates, there are a few of them around the church, if they could please join us up the front with their little work. This week they've been talking a little about friendship, and our readings today and this celebration today helps us to think about friendship and the saints.